How you getting on here, Lyra?
Just fine, thanks. Pan likes the sea a lot.
Well, careful he doesn't like it too much, or he may end up settling as a dolphin or some such, and then you're never going to see dry land again.
No, that can't really happen, can it?
No, I'm just having you on. It's happened to a sailor or two, but you ain't tied enough to the sea to worry about it.
Why do demons have to settle at all?
Well, your demon's a part of you, and when you're young, you want to be a million different things. Get a bit older and you start focusing on the things you love most, and your demon follows suit.
But I want Pan to be able to change forever.
I remember feeling like that when I was a boy. But there's something nice about it when your demon settles. It lets you know a lot about yourself somehow.
Is there a way to stop your demon from settling?
Nope. Once your demon settles, there's no going back. I once met a man claimed to have an elixir that could make your demon change again. Sold it to half the party did, but of course it didn't work. Folks were, well, pretty upset about that.
If you're running around up here on the deck, make sure you ain't getting in anyone's way.
You're a bit famous around these parts, Lyra, because of that stunt you pulled way back with the Costas board. You're a bit famous around these parts, Lyra.
You know, Lyra, even though no Egyptian would dare turn you in, there are plenty of folks out there who'd gladly take the oblation board's reward money.
You don't need to tell me twice. I've had enough of being kidnapped for one lifetime.
The best way for you to go unnoticed in the north is for you to pass as Egyptian child. Most folks don't give us a second glance.
So, should I borrow some clothes, or...
Being Egyptian ain't all about the way you dress. Now, I notice you've been picking up our way of speech on your own, but you're gonna have to think on your feet if anyone talks to you. I've heard you're a fair hand at fooling people already, though.
Well, Ma Costa did say I was deceptive.
She paid you quite a compliment then. Come on, let's see you in action. Pretend I'm a landloper inquiring into your business.
I need something, fast. The Magisterium won't recognize me if I'm with you guys, right? They'll think I'm Egyptian.
Not if you keep up like last time. Let's try again. Greet me like Egyptian would.
Here we are, you landloper. How's the business treating you?
Well, I'm not sure what you sound like, actually. Best practice and give it another try. Ah, Lyra.
One of these might come in handy. The Magisterium won't recognize me if I'm with you guys, right? They'll think I'm Egyptian.
Not if you keep up like last time. Let's try again. Greet me like Egyptian would.
That's never Alphonse, is it? Good to see old son.
Well done, young lady. If I didn't know better, I'd have thought you were one of Ryan Van Dien's children.
Which to choose? So, do you think I could pass for Egyptian now?
Not quite yet. We Egyptians are sailors, and there's a very important part of being a sailor. Swearing. Now, let's see how you do.
You seaweed face. I'll puzzle you yet.
Seaweed face? Oh, come on now, Lyra, you're not even trying. What would you say if the ship had run aground?
You squid heads. We're on the blasted rocks now because of you squabs.
Well, I suppose if that's your best, it'll have to do.
How's that? My stomach's still a bit off. But it's not as bad as it was. One more task ought to do it. You know, Alphonse, turns out I have Egyptian blood in me after all.
That's so. Which family do you come from?
Well, see, my grandmother, I never met her. I think she was in the Fillmore family.
Fillmore? Never heard of him. Certainly ain't one of the Western families. And anyway, how did you end up in Oxford?
My grandmother moved there after her husband died, and after what happened to my parents, I was placed in the charge of Jordan College.
Must have been hard for her to leave the water behind. How did you come to be back on the river?
I've always loved the water, since I was a little girl. So as soon as I got my first chance, I stood away on a ship. And here I am.
Colour me impressed, little one. I know better, and I'd still swear you was one of us. The Magisterium will never guess you used to be a little scamp from Oxford.
Wow. Jerry was right. I do feel better.
That's good. For both of us. Let's go see what Father Coram wanted us to do.
Ah, Lyra. It looks like Jerry's medicine did the trick.
I feel much better, thank you.
Do you think you could read the alethiometer now?
I think so. What do you want me to ask?
As you know, Lyra, your disappearance caused quite a stir back in London. The authorities are looking all over for you, but we've taken it upon ourselves to keep you safe. In order to do that, we need to know what Mrs. Coulter is planning.
Okay. I'll try and figure it out.
As you know, Lyra, your disappearance...
Okay.
As you know, Lyra, your disappearance caused...
Okay. I'll try and figure it out.
As you know, Lyra, your...
Okay. I'll try and figure it out.
As you know, Lyra, your disappearance caused...
Okay. I'll try and figure it out. don't understand. I figured out another one. I can't understand the answer. There are so many symbols. I think it's trying to tell me danger is approaching.
I'm sorry, but I just don't know, Lyra. Maybe one of the other sailors can help you.
Didn't Jerry say the mop was on the rear deck?
One of these might come in handy. I knew I'd get away. Hello, Ness. Is there anything you're doing I can help you with?
No, but I bet there's something I can help you with. After your run-in with the gobblers in London, I thought you could use a few lessons on self-defense.
Ooh, like karate? I've always wanted to learn that.
Not exactly. More along the lines of how to avoid people trying to collect the GOB's reward. You ready to do a little sparring?
I should pick one.
Not
Fast.
fair. I'm just trying to help.
Oh
Uh-oh. I'm about to spirit you off somewhere horrible. Whoa. Good one, Lyra. That's it. Not fair. I'm just trying to help.
no! No way!
Try to escape. Fight, Lyra. Whoa. Now you got it.
Top notch, if I do say so myself.
None too shabby, Lyra. Now come talk to me again if you feel you need more practice. And if you want Pantalaimon to learn as well, Adamo here will be happy to help. Be careful. Don't let me catch you. Whoa!
Which to
I
choose?
can barely... That's it. Not fair. I'm just trying to help.
No way!
Try to escape. Ah, nicely done. That's it. Not fair. I'm just trying to help.
Oh no!
Gotcha. Now what? Uh-oh. I'm about to spirit you off somewhere horrible. Ha!
No one can catch Lyra the Great.
It looks like you're pretty good at this. I don't know if there's any more I can teach you.
Which one will work best?
Good work, Ben. Lyra might be able to learn a thing or two from you.
Finally, somebody else recognises that.
Lord Farr's got a point, Lyra. You best stay in your cabin with those things around.
Well, I'm certainly glad to be finished up there. That was more than enough excitement for one day.
It's not fair. I just got used to being on a ship and now I'm stuck in my room.
Don't worry. It probably won't be long before we get to Trollersend anyway.
It was this night that Lyra and I first met. She was certainly pleased.
Who are you?
But I could live another 1,000 years and never forget that moment.
Father Coram wishes to know whether child cutters take their prey.
Egyptian vessel! Stop your engines and prepare to be boarded! Official magisterial business!
Lyra, what are you doing up here? You're supposed to be hiding below.
There was a witch. A real witch. She was flying and everything. She gave me a message for Father Coram.
Never mind that now. Head for the rear deck and keep out of sight. I'll see if I can't cut this visit from the inspector short. Good evening, Inspector. I dare say we didn't expect you at this hour, but I'm sure I can still muster up your... fees?
I'm afraid that won't be the case this time. The Oblation Board's insisting that every boat be thoroughly checked, and the reward they're offering is a far sight more than your bribes.
I see. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to stand in the way of a man in his job. I'll have someone let you into the hold.
We're not looking for contraband, we're searching for a runaway child. Tell the rest of your crew to remain in their cabins until...
If we stay here, they're going to find us.
Oh no! I left the alethiometer in the meeting room. We have to get down there before they find it.
Are you trying to get caught?
Oh, for crying out loud. Commonwealth, have you got a light? Mine's gone out.
I can't believe that worked. You're lucky he's a bit thick.
What's happened to it?
Some snow must have fallen onto it from the masts.
Fell, or someone knocked it loose?
Have a climb up and check.
This whole exercise is pointless. What's the board want with this girl anyhow?
Who knows? Maybe Coulter just really likes that kid.
That lady doesn't like anyone, especially children. Have you been below the officers recently?
Shh! Do you want one of these Egyptians to hear you? Keep your mouth shut and let's get this nonsense over with. Huh? Did you hear something?
Above the engine room. I'll climb up and check it out. Come quick! There she is!
Stay behind the crate while it's sliding.
What's that? Oh, just a crate.
Playing truant officer for the Magisterium. Blah. There better be something here to make it worth my while.
Maybe we could try distracting this one too. dark under the
Nothing
table.
ever works right on these
He might
old
not
rigs.
notice you there.
Ah, it's broken. As if it weren't dark enough in here already.
Why aren't you on deck with the others?
See, I was...
Why is that light off? Never mind. I've already gone through this room, so we're done here.
Yes, sir.
Get moving. We've got a long night ahead of us. Thank you for your cooperation. Present these documents when you register with the Port Authority in Trollison.
Absolutely, Inspector. Best of luck with the search.
Look! Bears! Gaze upon the son of our dead king.
Yorick Bernison is weak.
I, Ragnar, am your king now. Go, Yorick Bernison!
Find your place elsewhere, for you are no longer welcome among the bears.
And understand this.
If you dare defy me, if you dare return, you will be killed.
I'm afraid you'll find little cause for war in these parts, Bear. But I do have just the thing to comfort an old soldier. See you awakened, hands of Bjorn. I apologize for the little stunt I pulled earlier, but you must understand we simply cannot have an armored bear wandering about the town.
Then return my armor, and I shall gladly leave.
You see, we'd like to make a deal with you instead. We're willing to return your armor.
I will not bargain with thieves.
Down there! Calm down! Shindai!
And I'll not need my armor to deal with the likes of you!
He's still moving! Put more darts into him! Tranquilizer's too weak! Keep shooting him, men! Time for a nap, bear! The artillery's here! Let's clean this mess up.
Look, Pan. Trollersand. We're really in the north. Oh, hush. Don't pretend you're not excited.
You look eager to do some exploring.
I can't wait. I mean, unless you need my help first.
Not quite yet. I'm going to speak to the Witches' Council and see if he can offer us any assistance.
Do you need me to come with you?
I still have a few things to do, but I'll be off to the Consul's house in a little while. Meet me there if you find out anything interesting. And Lyra, keep an eye out for anyone who might be able to aid us on our expedition. This town is bound to be full of adventurers.
Watch it, kid, or the gobblers will get you. Nah, I'm just playing around. No kids from Trollersand have been kidnapped. That bear thinks he's so tough. I never seen that witch's consul out on the town. Thinks he's too good for us regular folk. Come to Trollersand, they said. See the sights, they said. So I did. And look at me now. That aeronaut thinks he's so great, does he? I'll show him! Watch it, kid, or the gobblers will get you. Nah, I'm just playing.
Oh, I wouldn't go near the Magisterium building if I were you.
Why not?
Well, I just wouldn't. Oh, there's plenty to see in town. Sometimes it's just nice to stop and look around a little. You never know what you might find out. Ah, quite a lovely day, isn't it? Aeronaut? I'll stick to the seas, thanks. Ineson's doing us all a favour by keeping that bear working so he doesn't terrorise the town. Oh, I wouldn't go near the Magisterium building if I were you.
Why not?
Well, I just wouldn't.
Oh, look at that.
Beat it, kid, unless you're buying something, which you ain't.
Wait a second. I'm just here looking. I'm allowed.
I know you're up to no good. Snap out of here before I call the constable.
That witch man can fly. I seen him do it. Well, I didn't see him do it, but I know someone who did.
Lyra, are you trying to get caught?
I've never been to Trollison. It's always nice seeing a new city or a different part of the world.
Well, hello there, little lady.
You're an aeronaut, right?
Yes, ma'am. Lee Scoresby, at your service.
I'm Lyra Blackwell. How much does it cost to hire you?
Pardon?
See, a friend of mine, in fact a bunch of children, were all kidnapped and taken somewhere, but we don't know exactly where. So I travelled with a big group of Egyptians, and we're trying to save them, and I thought maybe you could help us.
Well, that sounds like a fine mission you're on. I tell you what, I still need to look in on an old friend of mine, but why don't you come chat with me a bit later?
Okay. See you later, Mr. Scoresby.
And see you later, Miss Lyra.
Spy flies! Quick, hide!
Which to choose? knew I'd get away.
Haha, tops.
I ain't gonna tell you my name. It's a secret. I seen that bear, and I ain't scared of him. He mostly just sleeps when he's not working. That rich man can fly. I see.
Young lady, you look like you ought to have a bath.
Hardcore, I met an aeronaut. He has a real balloon and everything.
Lyra, this is Dr. Lansalius.
Hello.
Lyra Belacqua. I've heard so much about you.
You have?
Father Coram, let's not waste the young lady's time by beating around the bush. You have something you wish to ask me?
Indeed, then, I'll ask bluntly. Do you have any information regarding an organization capturing children and bringing them north?
Now, before I continue, please understand that only your relationship with Serafina Piccola affords you access to this knowledge. And of course, this information did not come from me.
Of course.
There is an organization, the Northern Progress Exploration Company, which is actually a front for the General Oblation Board. They pretend to search for minerals, but instead they import children. I do not know where they take them, however.
Are there any children here now?
No. The last group left by sledge the day before yesterday.
I see. Thank you for your time, sir.
Before you go, may I ask a question?
Of course.
I understand that you are in possession of an alethiometer.
How did he know?
Yes. Would you like to look at it?
I should like that very much. How exquisite. I would recommend that no one else in town see you in possession of that item. And do you have the books of reading?
Unfortunately, no.
I can read it without them.
Is that so? May I see?
What do you want me to ask it?
What are the intentions of the Tartars with regards to Kamchatka?
understand now. It says they're going to pretend to attack, but they're not really going to, since it's too far away and they'd be stretched out.
Interesting. Thank you. May I ask for one more demonstration?
Of course.
Outside there are a number of bows. Can you find the one that was used by Serafina Piccola?
Sure, I bet I can. That makes sense.
Have you learned the answer yet?
Well, I'm still working on it, but I think I'm close.
Yes, I expect reading the alethiometer must be rather difficult. Take your time. Do you know who this child is?
I'm not sure what you mean.
The witches have a prophecy about the Chosen One, a girl who will save the world and all of us in it.
And you think that refers to Lyra?
I do indeed. But part of the prophecy dictates that she must fulfill this destiny in ignorance of what she is doing, because only in her ignorance can we be saved. Do you understand that, Father Coram?
No, I'm unable to say that I do.
What it means is she must be free to make mistakes. We must hope she does not, but it is not our duty to guide her.
I think this is the one.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Before I take my leave, Dr. Lansalius, is there any other advice you might give to me?
Only to say that if I were to mount an expedition against the child thieves, I would attempt to enlist the services of an armored bear.
I heard the Panzerbjorn were hired by the General Oblation Board.
They were, but there is a renegade that may be found behind Einarsson's bar in the evenings. I would imagine his services to be invaluable.
I will speak to him. Thank you for everything.
Of course. A pleasure, Father Coram. And a privilege to meet you, Lyra.
Nice to meet you too, Dr. Lansalius.
Come now, Lyra. We should speak with this armored bear.